Hi everybody, Jim Egan, head of school, Synapse School, with a weekly update. 5 minutes, 5 insights, 5 domains, let's go. Number one, something I'm thinking about change. We are a community that is educating change makers, right? We educate a community of change makers. Both the adults and the students here are expected to embrace change and to make change, positive change. So I often find it almost ironic when I encounter people within Synapse who resist change. I understand though that some of this is biological. We are conditioned to resist. Our nervous systems can get activated when we have moments of uncertainty. It's not that those who navigate change well don't have those same feelings. It's that they act despite those emotional triggers. We're expecting kids to act even though they may be scared, to take risks even though there may be some fear involved. And so adults have to do the same thing and embrace change even when it's uncomfortable, even when there are some unknowns, even when they don't know an outcome. That's what I'm thinking about right now. There are change in the air. It's spring. We're heading into the summer. Things are happening here at Synapse, but we educate a community of change makers, and change makers don't have to be fearless. They have to act even when they are in a state of fear. Okay, that's it. That's what I'm thinking about. Number two, a shout out. This shout out goes to someone I've been working very closely with throughout the winter and the spring, and that is Jen Min. Jen came to us this fall. She works in the admissions office with Dana Story. Those two are a dynamic duo and doing things. Jen Min is so gracious, so wonderfully bright, has a wealth of experience in independent schools. She's been working in schools in San Francisco and on the peninsula in different capacities and leadership, and certainly now in our admissions team has brought a whole new level of efficacy to what we do here. But she's just a delight. I think anybody who works with Jen here at Synapse knows this and appreciates her wisdom and her evenness and her reflective nature. I just love working with Jen. This is a shout out to someone I'm so glad is here. And thanks, Jen. We just love you and keep up the great work. Number three, look ahead. Looking ahead on the calendar, there's a lot coming up, right? We're heading into May, and May is nuts in most schools. But we've got a performing arts extravaganza coming up with our spring concert. So I want to make sure that parents, everybody watching, understands how important the performing arts are to students here at Synapse. I think in general, the arts, music, painting, theater, all of the performance-oriented and fine arts offerings in schools should not be dismissed and actually should be elevated. And certainly here at Synapse, where kids are so creative, the outlet and the experience that they get in our performing arts program is exceptional and necessary. So make sure you show up for the show. Parents, it's always awesome, and I can't wait to see what the kids have in store with the help of our incredible teachers in the performing arts department. That's it. That's a look ahead. Number four, a peek behind the scenes. We have some things in motion around here. I've been sending out some announcements regarding some of that change that's happening. And I wanted to give you a sort of peek at how it works in terms of the order of operations around communications behind the scenes. Because sometimes people are like, I didn't know, or why didn't I know sooner? The speed of communication that everybody's working in these days due to our technological devices that are attached to us make it difficult for someone like me. But behind the scenes, for example, we just announced a new middle school head. I first wanted to go to Stephanie, our current middle school head, and give her the news first, right? So I've got to find her. She's running around, she's busy. And then I wanted to go to some leadership team members. And then I wanted to make sure I sent the task force that was involved in the process a message. I certainly wanted to give the faculty the message. And then I've got to give space within those messages for people to reflect and to process the news. Then the message goes out to the family and the broader community. But there is an order of operations. It takes time to announce, and it also is important to give grace for those who need more time to process. Not always easy in this day and age, but that's something that's going on behind the scenes. And number five, just because, we like books. I got this book from a student that went to England over break. This is called The School of Life, What They Forget to Teach You at School. I was just reading the chapter on aiming for emotional maturity. I think think I could use some work here, right? But we love books. LeVar Burton is our change maker, book lover extraordinaire. He's coming to Stanford, by the way. You should get some tickets if they're still available. But also, we have a book fair going on. It is lively. Thanks to everybody for being involved in that book fair. Thanks Katie, thanks Yvonne for putting it on, really. But that's something that matters to us, literacy, reading and writing, particularly this year with our change maker being LeVar Burton. Books are amazing. That's just because that's the update. If you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe, do that too. If not, I'll see you next week.